morning Year 5 and happy Friday. Welcome to your last day of home learning for the week, and then you get to enjoy the weekend. The weather doesn't look great, but hopefully you'll be able to do some nice little things with your family. You've been working hard on decimals this week, looking at adding and subtracting and things like that, and today we're carrying on using that knowledge, and we're adding and subtracting decimals today, so using both of those skills, and there will be some whole numbers in there as well. It's just going to be a short little input from me today because, again, I'm really confident that you're going to be fine with this, but I'm going to show you two different ways that you might want to add or take away. Okay, so your calculations will look something like this. So you might have 3 add 1.7, for example. So you've got a whole number and a decimal number as well. So it makes it slightly more difficult in terms of when you're lining your numbers up in your columns and things like that. But what you need to also be aware of today is that using the column method is not always going to be the most efficient way. So if I look at that now, I know that you don't need to use the column method to add those numbers, but some of you would still write that out in column method because you think that's what you need to do. So today I want you to think really carefully about the methods that you choose, why you've chosen them, and is it the most efficient way. Okay, so efficiency is really important in our maths because it helps to get through our questions quickly and accurately. Okay, we don't need to use a column method for this one. If you were really stuck, you could use a number line. So for example, we could start on the number 3, and I would start by adding my wholes first. I have one whole, so I'm going to do a big jump, add 1, which would give me 4. Okay, and then I'm going to add my decimal. So I'm going to add 0.7. Now I know that 4, add no wholes, is still going to give me 4. Add 0.7, those 7 tenths, I'm going to have 4.7. Okay, so you can use your number line to do your additions if you're not quite sure what your answer is going to be, if you can't do it straight away in your head. So if you had 5 plus 6.2, again, you could start on the number 5, you could do a big jump of 6, okay, and work that out, count on, you're going to have 11, and then add 0.2, which would give you 11.2, okay? Now, sometimes you can use the column method to help you. You might have slightly larger numbers with more decimal places, or you might have numbers that you just can't do in your head. And so, again, you use your column method like you know how to do, and you line your numbers up carefully. So you might have something like 15.2 add 7.35. Now, if I look, I've got 3 digits in each of those numbers, but they are very, very different, so I must be aware of my place value. In this number, I have got 1 10, 5 ones, and 2 tenths. Now, in this number, I have no tens, so my tens column is going to be empty. I have 7 ones, 3 tenths, and 5 hundredths. Now, you might look at that and think, well, that looks wonky, you've lined it up wrong. But I have not. I've made sure that my place value is all in the right columns, okay? And that's the biggest thing that you need to be aware of. So now I work my way down my column. So I can put a placeholder here. So nothing plus 5 would give me 5. 2 plus 3 would give me 5. 7 plus 5 would give me 13. So I need to carry my 1. 1 add 1 gives me 2. Okay, so I can work my way through my columns like that. Your questions today, you may have 2 lots of decimals where you might bridge into a whole. So if I had 2.7 add 5.8, for example. Okay, now this is where you need to be careful about how you're choosing to add. So you might use a number line and start with 2.7 and add your wholes. So you add your 5 to give you 7.7 and then add your decimal. So add 0.8. So count on from your decimal, which would give you 8.5. You may choose to use the column method for something like that if you're not as confident in how to bridge through. But remember that some of these will go into the next, when you add the decimals, it will go over a whole, okay? And that's an important thing to realise. Some of your questions today, I'm just going to check. Some of your questions will need you to add more than 2 things together, in which case, again, you can use a column method if that's what you're most comfortable with. But I do today really want you to focus on whether you are being efficient or not, okay? If you've used column method for every single problem, you've not been efficient enough in your maths today. So you're looking at the problems and you're checking, number 1, am I adding or taking away? Number 2, how am I going to do this? What's the most efficient way? Can I do it in my head without making a mistake? Do I partition my numbers into my wholes and my decimals and add it that way? Or do I need to use a column method for that? So before you're answering each question, you're thinking about how that's going to look, okay? You're making those decisions before you start. Remember to mark your work from yesterday and see how you got on. And good luck for today and enjoy your